Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Welcome to the arena.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
We specialize in roofing and siding. That includes gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
Open Road Cadillac has new vehicles in stock, perfect for any family. Browse our used vehicle inventory, expertly inspected and ready for new drivers. Shop online now at morristowncadillac.com.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more. For me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed. A simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes. David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Einhorn Barbarito, Frost Botwinick, Nunn & Musmano is a full-service law firm, guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured? The personal injury lawyers of Einhorn, Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musmano can help you seek compensation to ease the road of recovery ahead. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there.
Molly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63-save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
Can he break his record? Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to look.
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex Sports.
It's a great evening for playoff football at West Milford High School. The Group 1 sectional round continues here on Big State Sports as the Mountain Lakes Herd take on the West Milford Knights in the semifinal round. The winner will advance to play Glen Ridge or Butler in the sectional final next Friday. Hello, everybody. Jeremy Nielsen on hand with Bobby Santoro, coming to you from the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast bleachers. Since 1930, Mandelbaum Barrett PC has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays. From business deals to personal matters, our experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, we've built enduring relationships across diverse industries. Wherever you are, whatever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Mandelbaum Barrett PC is on your team. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. Yes, we're out here in the open, which means our game time temperature of 58 degrees, brought to you by ICS, keeping you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. Go to icshvac.com for all your comfort needs. Means we're feeling it out here, but it's nice and pleasant, not a lot of wind. So we want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game, starting with JBJ Electric, which has become one of the most dependable and trustworthy electrical contractors in the Mountain Lakes, Boonton Township, and Morris County areas. With over 25 years of experience, JBJ Electric offers expertise and personalized services to meet your residential or commercial electrical service needs. Kohut and Son Landscaping provides a multitude of services covering everything from landscape design to snow plowing. Kohut specializes in landscaping architecture, custom stonework, all types of patio, stone, and pavers. pool and spa, koi ponds, waterfalls, drainage, full-service property maintenance for residential and commercial properties, mulch and snow plowing. Learn more at kohutlandscapingllc.com. Ecola Italian Bistro is known for its homemade pasta and innovative Italian-American cuisine. Ecola has been proudly serving exceptional food and service for 30 years. Located on Route 46 in Parsippany and open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come visit Ecola. Often imitated, never duplicated. Family owned and operated since 2003, Tire Tech and Auto Repair Center out of Oakland, New Jersey now offers on-site mobile services at your home or office. Tire Tech invests in state-of-the-art equipment to provide consistent, high-quality auto repair and preventative maintenance services. Go to Tire Tech and Auto for all your automotive needs, from brake repair and engine diagnostics to towing. Known for their great prices and service with a smile, go to www.tiretechandauto.com. With over 25 years of excellence in northern and central New Jersey, Bednar Landscape Services are your go-to experts for landscape design, construction, maintenance, and all facets of masonry work. Let the dedicated professionals at Bednar Landscape transform your outdoor space into a dream come true. Reach out to Bednar Landscape Services today and elevate your yard to the next level. Located in the heart of Mountain Lakes, Hapgoods offers a casual family atmosphere, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hapgoods also offers catering and private events for your next large gathering. Next time you visit Mountain Lakes, come visit this unique, charming restaurant. You won't be disappointed. J.M. Rogers is a family-owned and operated customs house brokerage with a rich tradition of providing unparalleled service and support to their valued customers across all industries. In operation since 1952, J.M. Rogers Company Incorporated is a recognized global logistics leader specializing in customs brokerage, freight forwarding, and duty drawback. See what they have to offer today at jmrogers.com. And finally, Vivacua's Reservoir Tavern has been a family-owned restaurant since 1936, serving great pizza, food, and drinks. Join us Tuesdays through Saturdays to watch live stream games and try some of the best pizza in New Jersey. Both teams here along the sideline. We're going to get the anthem for you in just a few short moments. The Mountain Lakes Herd at 5-4 on the road, taking on the New Milford Knights in this Group 1, Section 1 semifinal matchup.
Folks, will everyone please rise? If you are able to, gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner by New Milford High School Marching Band. Thank you.
Great rendition of the national anthem from the New Milford Marching Band. So let's take a minute to talk about this matchup. Let's start with the Mountain Lakes Herd, 5-4 now. Victorious over Lenape Valley, 17-14 in the opening round. I was lucky enough to call that one, which had the outstanding, legendary hook and ladder play between Connor Higgins and Massimo Corvelli. So for the Mountain Lakes Herd, a little short-handed. No Carson Fitch for this one, no Nick Signorilli, and no Sebastian Bori. So a couple of big playmakers on defense and their top rusher on offense, but they're still a very good team with plenty of playoff experience, and it's a proud program under Coach Fusco.
It really is, and that's what happens when you run that wing T. You know, you have so many players who can, step in when someone's hurt, and really what's going to be key for them today is really getting, those positive gains on first and second down, making them manageable third downs against this New Milford defense.
Massimo Corvelli and Billy Barrett, their twin backs, going to have a little more responsibility. Jack Bronico slotting in that fullback position. He was a revelation for them in the second half of last week's game. On the New Milford side, 7-2. It's been a big step forward under Bill Straub in his first year at head coach for New Milford. They won their first 4 games in a row and have now come off 3 consecutive victories, including their first-round victory, a 14-0 shutout of Park Ridge. So their defense has led the way, but they still have a very talented offense led by Jersey Ryan at quarterback and Luis Placido, their star wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, so really we talk about this offense. That really is what makes them go. Their 2 losses on the year, actually, both came on the road, one to Butler, one to Glenrock. But in both of those games, it combined 7 points. And the defense also led up too. But, I mean, really, I guess the key here, if you're New Milford, is getting that offense going. It seems like both sides of the ball feed off each other.
And the running game will definitely be a focal point for New Milford. Their running back Giovanni Nicodeme had both rushing touchdowns in that 14-0 victory, so they relied on him to get the offense moving. They've only scored 1 touchdown through the air in their last 5 games, so the running game has become more of a focus, and that defense has certainly become a focus, and that's going to be, of course, a key for both of these teams. As you get into the playoffs, it just becomes a lot more important to be able to stop the other team from getting ahead. And I think for Mountain Lakes especially, it's going to be a big key to try and keep New Milford in check, keep this a 1-score game so that they're in striking distance like Lenape Valley was last week.
Right, and I mean, really, you know, you mentioned obviously stopping the other team, and it's also coming with protecting the ball, making sure, you know, you don't force those turnovers. And you mentioned Jersey Ryan. I mean, he has almost 1,300 yards thrown, but I mean, only 9 touchdowns, like you said, so they've relied on the run. 4 interceptions, which is pretty solid for, you know, a senior year. So it'll be all about protecting the ball and seeing which team does that best.
Ryan is certainly more of a ball security type quarterback. Last year, he actually had an outstanding completion percentage. He's a little less accurate on the season, but still a very strong quarterback. And then on the other side, Brett Byerly, who has been very solid for them when called upon. Byerly and the Mountain Lakes offense, who you will see going left to right on your screen in the road whites with the orange numbers and the helmet. New Milford Knights in their black jerseys with the green pants and white numbers are kicking off.
Great uniform matchup.
Yeah, it's a good one. This kickoff received around the 15-yard line. There's some running room along the near sideline for Billy Barrett. And he's taken down just past the 35-yard line as we will get a chance to see what this Mountain Lakes offense is all about. Brett Byerly last week 4 of 9 with 98 yards and that touchdown on the hook and ladder. And again, no Carson Fitch, who has over 800 rushing yards on the season, so it'll be up to the trio of Corvelli, Barrett, and Jack Bronico to get yards on the ground.
You might think they're going to probably lean on Massimo Corvelli here too, obviously. Second to Fitch in those rushing yards.
They didn't have a lot of success running outside the tackles against Lenape Valley last week. A lot better moving up the middle, especially with the fullbacks. They were able to plow forward and use their physicality to gain yardage that way. First play from scrimmage for the Mountain Lakes Herd. Byerly under center, will hand it off to Corvelli. And it's a short gain there. Phil Corvelli stopped very quickly by the New Milford defense.
Second down.
And you mentioned there, though, trying to run, you know, between the tackles there, a little bit of a bounce to the outside there, too. But New Milford was ready for it, gain of about 2, but still early on, they're going to stick with what they know best.
In their game last week against Lenape Valley, the first half flew by. It was basically only runs up the middle on both sides, not a lot of sideline action, not a lot of pass plays. The clock just didn't stop. Coach Fusco will probably prefer to keep it that way. As another handoff up the middle, this time Jack Bronico. Solid yardage. Gets to the 40.
Looks to be brought down by Christopher Dunn, one of the key linebackers on this New Milford defense.
Yeah, Dunn, a standout lineman for them. 7 sacks and 9 tackles for loss on the season. And he had one of those sacks last week. He's tied with Jake Johnson for the team's lead. 3rd and 5. Another handoff. Corvelli to the outside, trying to find some room. Ducks and dives, but is not going to get first down yardage. So 3 straight run plays with modest gains, but not enough to move the sticks for the Herd.
Yeah, and you see there too a little bit more of a kind of razzle-dazzle on the end there, trying to fake the run up the middle, go to the outside. New Milford not fooled, and we'll see a punt here on the opening drive.
Their punter number 48, Grant Nikolsky, actually ran a fake punt in last week's game.
So maybe we won't see a punt then.
It is on the table, but I'm not sure we're going to see it on the first drive of the game.
Right, sure.
Nikolsky gets it up. It's a nice punt. Goes right past the return man and keeps on rolling to the 10-yard line. It's going to be downed right at the 11. Nicodemus was in the backfield waiting to receive it, but just opted to let it roll, and so we'll see his number 19 take the field alongside the rest of the New Milford offense. Jersey Ryan, the senior, at 1,297 pass yards on the year, averaging about 10 yards per attempt, a little more than that, 144 yards per game. 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Last week went 5 of 10 for 87 yards. It was definitely more of a run focus against Park Ridge.
Yeah, and 6 of those 9 touchdown passes coming to Louis Placido. And Placido obviously also a senior, a lot of seniors on this team, but like you said there, he had 29 catches, 604 yards, and those 6 touchdowns through the air.
First and 10, ball placed at the 10. It'll be run up the middle there for Nicodemus. Gets decent yardage along the left side.
Short run, second down.
Gain of about 4.
A good first play there if you're West Milford, excuse me, if you're New Milford coming out, looking to kind of control the clock, control the game against this wing, against the other team that runs the wing T.
Second and 6 for the Knights. See Nicodemus in the backfield next to Ryan, little pre-snap motion. They'll hand it off to that man again. He is stood up quickly by the Herd defense that time.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a bobble on that snap too before he handed it off too. So good job there by Mountain Lakes to take advantage of that and swarm quickly, and we have a 3rd and long.
Not too surprising to see the defense get out on the right foot for both sides. Of course, for Mountain Lakes, still a little short-handed. Nick Signorelli, one of their top safeties, is out. So is Sebastian Bory, one of their top playmakers, closer to the pass rush. 3rd down and 7. Ryan tries a pass. It's underthrown. Incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
That was intended for the number 10 of Placido.
Looks like Connor Higgins out there on coverage as well. And New Milford will punt. So yeah, kind of like last week though, we had some quick first drives, and we'll see both teams punting units come out and flip the field.
The punter for New Milford is also their kicker. That is the number 14, Jonathan Larrivee. He'll get this one up. Oh, he shanked it. That one bounces over the heads of the bench. Does not get very far at all. We'll see where they place this.
Let's see how far forward he goes here. Oh, all right. Gave him a little bit of a better spot.
Ball kicked out of bounds.
Still a very short field here for the Herd. Set up around the 30-yard line.
Mountain Lakes, first down.
Past the 30-yard line, actually, closer to the 20.
Yeah, they might be set up almost just outside of the red zone here. And obviously, if you're Mountain Lakes, this is exactly what you wanted here with this wing tee. You can try and take some chunky yards out of here, and let's see if they stick with this run game.
3 straight runs for a 3 and out on their first drive. Byerly will hand off. Corvelli cuts inside, evades a tackler, continues on, right back into the scrum for a decent gain.
You talk about a hard run. I mean, Corvelli did everything he could just to get back and get a few yards there.
636 yards on the season for Corvelli, 5 rushing touchdowns. He actually didn't have any receptions on the year until that hook and ladder play that was 61 yards, the lateral from Higgins, and he housed it. It was a bit of a struggle for Corvelli last week, aside from that play. 2nd down. Another handoff up the middle, good space that time. That should be enough to move the sticks for the Herd, as it came to Corvelli again.
That's a beautifully designed play by Coach Fusco there. I mean, that was like a fake pitch and then a little give up the middle. Really threw out the New Milford defense and was able to get a little hole up the middle and get enough to move the chains.
Wing T offense, all about deception. You see all kinds of guys moving every which way in the backfield. It's like It's kind of like those cup mini games, you know, when you're at the ballpark and it's like, which cup is hiding the ball?
Yep. Trust me, I know it all too well. I get fooled by it a lot. So.
Less than 7:30 to go here in the first. Another handoff up the middle. This time, Bronico, head of steam, and he's in. Jack Bronico, who burst onto the scene last week, now has touchdowns in back-to-back playoff games.
And this is just what you want if you're if you're Mountain Lakes. I mean, my goodness, right up the middle, and I mean, just kind of, I mean, literally the seas parted for me. We went right through there, and a good job here for the Herd, and run, baby, run. That's all they do. So, I mean, this is great, and it's a good start for them. Let's see if they can tack it on.
Romano DeConcilius with the point after. He had that game-winning field goal last week to bring the Herd over into the next round, and so it's a 7-0 lead for Mountain Lakes, who did not score last week until very late in the game. So, much better start for them. The gift of good field position to get us underway. We want to thank our first quarter sponsors, JBJ Electric, the most dependable and trustworthy electrical contractors in the Mountain Lakes, Boone, and Morris County areas, and Cohut and Sun Landscaping, who provide a multitude of services covering everything from landscape design to snow plowing. Learn more at CohutLandscapingLLC.com. So DeConcilius will kick us off with the Herd striking first in this Group 1, Section 1 semifinal matchup. We've got the other game of this bracket on our airwaves. Glen Ridge and Butler. Will give you an update on that game, as well as all the others we have on Big State Sports tonight after the half. 2 men back to receive for New Milford. This one goes over towards the left side. It's going to be fielded there at around the 10-yard line. Good opportunity to take this one back for New Milford. There's a flag on the play. Multiple flags fly as Peter Sarianos took it back to around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like this one might be coming back for a hold here.
Usually that's the case when the flag flies in from that direction. Sarianos is the regular kick returner for this New Milford side.
Looks like an illegal block in the back, actually. All right.
Yeah. Either way, it does back up New Milford pretty substantially with the ball now. Well, it was supposed to be placed at the 40-yard line. Or maybe that was just where they kicked it off. Ball's placed at the 13. So not great field position for New Milford after giving Mountain Lakes great field position the other way. Little handoff there. Nicodeme battling for yardage. He's going to be brought down not very far away from where the play started.
And like you said, too, with Mountain Lakes, too, New Milford doesn't score a lot of points as well. So the fact that one of them gets up early like this is a huge momentum shift. And we might have some issues tonight with the flags coming because there are leaves flying down all over the place. So we might, if we say there's a flag, it might be a leaf.
Yeah, it's autumn, all right. The wind's starting to pick up. It was pretty still before the game began.
Right on cue.
Yeah. Long huddle there for New Milford. 2nd and 8. Jersey Ryan, that's Jersey with a Z. Fakes the handoff, now tries to throw over the middle. Ooh. It's picked off! Intercepted! And was that Holden Gillespie that came away with the pick there?
Looks like it. Let me just try and see. Yep, it was Holden Gillespie. Wow, what a way to jump the route.
Let's take another look. Normally a pass rushing bedrock player for them, but found a way to jump that route, come away with the interception, his first of the year. And more. Extremely good field position for the Herd.
Yeah, and Jersey Ryan has his 5th interception of the season there, trying to get something going for his team. But yeah, like you said, I mean, it's really about, I mean, the field position is really what's done it. I mean, given Mountain Lakes a short field, they cashed in the first time. Let's see if they can cash in a second time here on the road.
Getting up 2 scores before the first quarter ends would be such a coup for this Mountain Lakes side. Byerly under center. We'll hand it off to Corvelli. Spins, but is brought down by plenty of New Milford guys. Number 57, Christopher Dunn in the middle of it.
Looks like Jake Johnson in there as well, too. Good job to swarm to the ball. going to have to be a lot of reaction time, like you said, with that wing tee, a lot of deception. So it's a lot of reacting to where you see the ball and making sure that you're able to swarm the ball carrier and bring him down.
Wind is picked up, and I'm missing one of my sheets, unfortunately, so hopefully that's not too big of a detriment. Second down here, Byerly hands off up the middle, Bronico. Decent yardage there. Should set up a third and manageable.
And like you said too, I mean, when it comes to, running up the middle seems to be between the tackles is what is really giving them success here. Well, we have a third down now. Looks like about a third and about 4.
Boy, the wind really is picking up now. We're pretty exposed to the elements here. 3rd and 4. Clock ticking at 5:06. More run plays. Corvelli slipped and fell. Wasn't able to get out of the backfield that time. Tried to reverse field yet again. That time was a little too much to ask for, and he slipped on the turf. That'll set up 4th down.
Now you saw Mountain Lakes play last week. I mean, is this? Is this too far for them to kick a field goal? They go for it on 4th down here. No man's landed then, or?
I think there's. They only. I believe that field goal for DeConcilius was his first of the year.
Yeah, I think it was 25 yards. Is that right?
Yeah, it was 25.
So, yeah, this would be a little
more
bit
of a chip
further.
shot.
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to try to go for it. It's 4th and 7. So a loss of 3 on the prior play. Byerly fakes the handoff. Will try to throw this time. He's looking. Has him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, man, he's going to want that one back.
Mario Zamba was open in the end zone. If he could have hauled it in, it would have been a huge score for the Herd, but instead it's a big stop for this new Milford defense.
Yeah, Zamba, he went got right behind the defenders there, and he was rolling with him too, but I guess, yeah, it looked like he couldn't see him above everyone, and airmailed it a little bit over his head there, so a little bit of a missed opportunity there, but a good job by this new Milford defense to come up with a stop and hopefully get something going on their end.
And still not great field position for the offense, which has not been able to get very far along the field before stalling out. Intercepted their last time. This time it's going to be a handoff. Nicodeme has some running room this time. Modest gain past the 20.
Giovanni Nicodeme on the carry. 2nd down.
Nicodeme on the season, 712 yards for 8 rushing touchdowns, including the 2 from last week. Averages about 79 yards per game. He has 4 100-yard games on the season. Both teams leaning heavy on the run game so far. Ryan will hand off again. Outside run this time again. Nicodeme might have gotten out of bounds there. Tough to tell.
Nicodeme on the carry.
Clock keeps running here.
Making it 30 short for New Milford.
Yeah, you see you kind of see the running game of them also with Jersey Ryan throwing that interception there, kind of getting them going too. But you don't want them to shy away from that either. You want them to keep kind of going to the air, keep that deception up. But first things first, pick up this first down, get your first down of the game, and start moving the ball and changing the field position.
Got to keep it simple right now. They were not punished for the turnover on their last drive. Another handoff again up the middle, not enough. Stood up very quickly by this Mountain Lakes defense again.
And this is a big decision, huh? I mean, yeah. You don't want. I mean, you're deep in your own territory, and you don't want to give Mountain Lakes another short field. But at the same time, you're failing to get something to go on offense. Do you try to go for it here?
There were a lot of tacklers in there to get the stop, but one of the guys chief among them was Trey Schneider. Oh, they gave him the first.
Interesting. It didn't look like it from here. Then again, though, I mean, you're younger than me. I'm getting old. My eyes aren't where they used to be. So
I didn't see it either. Sure looked like they had enough, but looked like there was a stop.
Yeah.
Fresh set of downs, first of the game. Ryan looking to throw, finds a man along the far sideline. It's Placido, and he's bumped into there by Higgins along the sideline. Good game there on a short toss.
Nice little bounce back there by Ryan. Nice little pitch and catch to Placido, his go-to man. And now it looks like they got something going here on offense.
2nd down.
Placido on the year, 604 yards, 6 touchdown catches, and 4 interceptions on the other side, including a pick 6. So He's got some Velcro hands, we'll say that much.
Yeah, certainly a ball hawk.
And a three-sport athlete, as I'm sure we'll get more into as this game progresses, if he keeps making plays.
I was barely a one-sport athlete, so hats off to him for that.
Hand off to Nicodeme, has some running room now, gets ahead of steam, and pushed out of bounds close to midfield. Good burst there for the senior running back.
They're getting right around midfield here, and now you're starting to see this offense that's kind of had this New Milford team churn throughout the year, and they're starting to get some momentum.
First down, New Milford.
I think the numbers on the year are solidly, I believe it's 20 points per game and 14 points allowed per game. So a very stingy team, and they do enough on offense to keep the upper hand on their opponents. Handoff there from Ryan again. Short gain, maybe only about one. It was Nicodeme again.
Short carry by 19. 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talk about Nicodeme. I mean, heck, like you said, those 126 carries, I mean, they really work him. He's definitely a bell cow for this offense. You'll see a couple of other people in there, like Jake Johnson, and, you know, but really, for the most part, especially in these state playoffs, you'll see them ride him as well. He can catch the ball, too. 7 catches for 58 yards on the year, too, so.
Yep. Last week ran for 101. Season high is 151. Ryan rolling left, looking to throw. Stops up, evades a tackler, still on his feet, and finally brought down by Bronico. He might have had a lane to run there if he just tucked the ball in there, but kept trying to find something. There wasn't anything there. We'll get another look.
Yeah, it's your classic coverage sack there, too. Couldn't find anyone there. Evading a tackle, good job by him there, but eventually, yeah, Bronico brought him down.
And the blocking did a valiant job keeping that play alive as long as it did, but there's only so much they can do. They're pulled every which direction.
Yeah, it's at that point too. It's like you want to try to either throw it away, or if you take the sack, you take it close there. You don't want to do. I'm a Packers fan, so you don't want to do what Jordan Love did last week,
right?
And drive a certain someone nuts. But anyway, yeah, I mean, good job to kind of tuck it there. Brings up a third down, 3rd and long here, but around midfield, so they've definitely done their job of switching, kind of flipping the field position.
That's going to do it for the first quarter here on Big State Sports. Mountain Lakes with a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature. That is good. Who installed the system? ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Welcome back along the Mandelbaum Bear broadcast bleachers tonight on the open air. Ryan looking to get to the air, tries a long shot for Placido, has his man, but it's right through the hands. Higgins on the coverage. I think that was just a drop.
That might have been just a drop there too. Good coverage there by Higgins, but wow, he dropped that right into the breadbasket for Placido and just couldn't hang on. That would have been a huge momentum shift play there. Let's take another look.
Yeah, the ball, I mean, it was perfectly placed there by Jersey Ryan, just couldn't quite squeeze it.
Oh, goodness. I mean, yeah, obviously, and you're a receiver, too. It feels like that ball hangs up there forever, but...
Yeah, and even more crushing, because that was a 3rd down shot.
Yep.
Normally, you'll see those kinds of shots on 1st down, not too often on 3rd. They were going for it all, and so instead, they will have to punt it away. Settles around the 20-yard line before rolling out of bounds, so a good punt again by Larrabee. So Mountain Lakes will take over again. Not as hospitable field position as their first 2 drives, to say the least, but...
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, this time, deep in their own territory, they're going to have to put something together here to get something going. And we'll see if they can do it. I mean, certainly, if you're Mountain Lakes, you had that missed opportunity on that wide open play in the end zone on that last drive. So two big missed opportunities early here for these two teams. It's only a 7-0 game, but like you said, this game can go by quickly with the way these two teams run the ball.
They've got Higgins out wide just in case they do want to turn to the air. Mountain Lakes has been reticent to do so. They're going to hand it up the middle again. Short run up there for Bronico. When they run it up the middle, it's more often than not going to be the fullback. Normally Fish, now Bronico. We saw him make a defensive play. He is a starter on the defensive side ordinarily. So definitely an athlete that they rely upon to make big plays. Not too surprised he's stepped up in this situation.
Yeah, and I love it with the wing T too, because I love still using that fullback. I mean, it's definitely lost in kind of the up higher levels, but it's still a great position to have and a great asset to use.
2nd and 9, Byerly hands off again. This is a good chunk play right here for Mountain Lakes. Massimo Corvelli broke free.
Wow. Corvelli just kept his feet churning and looked like he carried some of those defenders there. That's a hard-earned first down by Massimo.
Yeah, you see them in the trees there. Good block. And then finally, the only man able to bring him down there, that looked to be Johnson. He's a bit shaken up on the play, but stayed in there. That would be Luke Johnson, I believe, number 1. His brother, Jake Johnson, number 2. Both great contributors for them. As there's a head of steam for Corvelli again, staying on his feet. Gets all the way to the new Milford 40-yard line.
Oh, woo! Massimo Corvelli, what do you got tonight? That is unbelievable. Take another look at this right between the tackles, and yeah, it's 2 big pop-off runs for him. And yeah, I mean, who needed it? Started in their own territory. Who needed it? He brought them right down the field here.
Both times it was, oh, that was Billy Barrett. My apologies. That was number 22.
All right,
so
Billy,
I'm sorry.
Barrett. Yeah, sorry I didn't give you that.
Now to the left side, more churning and more positive progress for this Herd squad, which has gained a decent amount of this field in not a lot of time.
And Barrett, too, on the year, 68 carries, 302 yards on the ground, and he scored 3 times, too, so splitting some time with Massimo here.
He's been very good as kind of the short yardage guy.
Yeah.
But he broke off a pretty big one there. That was Corvelli on that carry.
And they're both juniors, too, so, I mean, you know, I mean,
should be back next
Mountain
year.
Lakes, it's going to be a nice tandem next year.
And Bronico only a sophomore, so this is kind of his remember me next year moment.
True.
They're going to give it to Bronico this time, and he's brought down quickly. Good stop there from, looked like James Burns there, number 44.
Number 20, Jack Bronico stopped.
Not quite sure
third down.
on the number there. Get another look.
Yeah, it looked like the PA announcer didn't even know either. So
it probably was not. It might have been Amari Tinker, number 33.
I was looking. It could have been 33 there. It looked like Amari Tinker.
Amari Tinker is a starter on both sides. He plays a little bit of tight end, more of a blocking tight end, and then is on the line. He has 3 sacks, 2 tackles for loss on the year. Now, suppose give him 3. 5, faking the handoff. Byerly's rolling right. Tinker in pursuit. He's going to run upfield, and did he just barely get to the first down marker? It's tough to say.
It might mark him just short.
Yeah, he got most of the way there, and even if they don't move the sticks here, it should be an easy go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely, and you talk about it, like we just said, you said it right there too. We talk about Tinker, he's right in Byer's lap there to kind of chase him out of the pocket, and just short of that first down, but yeah, going for it here, and you wonder, like you said, if they're going to use, you know, if Mountain Lakes will use, you know, maybe Bronico to try and get that, pick up this yardage up the middle, or maybe even Billy Barrett on these short yard situations.
They've got a lot of different options that they could turn to. And the New Milford defense has shown signs of wear along this drive. Clock stopped there, time for them to catch their breath before an important 4th down conversion, and it looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
Timeout, New Milford.
So New Milford takes their first timeout of the half. That gives us some time to thank our second quarter sponsors, Ecola Italian Bistro, often imitated, never duplicated, located on Route 46 in Parsippany, providing homemade pasta and innovative Italian-American cuisine, and Tire Tech and Auto Repair Center, family-owned and operated since 2003. Go to Tire Tech and Auto for all your automotive needs, from brake repair and engine diagnostics to towing. Give them a visit at tiretechandauto.com. So New Milford wanting to talk things over there. Their defense did get a key stop on on fourth down earlier in this game, but it's been a bit of a struggle for them to stay out in front of this running game, especially as things have gone along in this drive.
It has, and like you said too, they're starting to show a little bit of signs of wear there after a long drive here by Mountain Lakes. And you look at that time out there simply just to see how Mountain Lakes was lining up, what they were thinking about doing, and obviously Mountain Lakes to change the play there too, but wanting to kind of reset and talk to your defense here on this big fourth down.
And again, both teams, of course, were in the Group 1, so a lot of very small rosters and a lot of two-way starters. So that can get to be an exponential wear and tear as the pile pushes here, but they're not going to get there. Byerly tried to sneak it through, and it's Luke Johnson who came up with a fourth down stop for the second time. The Knights turn them away on fourth down.
Yeah, trying a little bit of a quarterback sneak here, a little bit of a brotherly shove. We'll call it the Mountain Lakes lunge. But, yeah, then not quite working out there, just runs into a wall. And a huge stop for this New Milford defense as they get back on offense and try and tie this game up.
And that's why the patent is still pending?
Yes. I think I've tried to name a new one every week for that. None of them stuck.
It's beautiful. Jersey Ryan and the New Milford side take over. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Good yardage here for Nicodeme, pushing forward. He's got the first down. And Giovanni Nicodeme starting to find his rhythm.
He is, yeah. I mean, really just kind of finding a hole in that, and then a nice little draw play on first down for them. And those plays will open up some play actions for Jersey Ryan to start to throw the ball too.
Taking another look, good blocking there between the tackles, found some room and finally brought down Holden Gillespie there in on the tackle. Got a little help from a few of his teammates. Gillespie is going to be relied upon even more than usual with no Sebastian Borey, who made some big plays last week. And no Nick Signorilli either, very good member of their secondary. Hands off again, Nicodeme trying to cut around, and that time space was not forthcoming.
And a good job too, like you said, missing key players on this defense. This Mountain Lakes defense has held this team scoreless so far, this New Milford team. So, on the road, big spot, underdog, and they're really coming to play. You like what you're seeing so far.
And you wouldn't know that they were shorthanded from the way they've played so far. Of course, plenty of energy still in this first half. Has the vibe of a potential war of attrition here at New Milford. Looking to pass now, a little slant, out of the hands. First target there for Kyle Tennant, and we've got a couple of drops so far on the New Milford side, which have been pretty debilitating.
Yeah, it was a big drop that kind of came through there. Kind of went right through his hands there. So obviously, it kind of gets, you're in a big game. You're kind of thinking about it. Tennant, though, has had some catches, 17 catches for 272 on the year. So obviously looking to try and bounce back from that.
Third down, 44-yard line.
Third down and 8. Could be another passing situation. Dropping back, Ryan looking over the middle of the field, and another drop. That was Luke Johnson, who couldn't quite get to it. And so it's going to be another fourth down for this New Milford offense. The passing game just has not materialized.
It hasn't, yeah. So, something that they'll have to start working on getting going here. The good thing is it's only 7-0.
Back to receive the punt, number 48.
So it'll be another punt for Larrabee. Larrabee steps into it. High punt, end over end, bouncing towards the sideline. It's going to be out around the 30. No return there for Grant Nikolsky, who is the punter on the other side and was thinking of returning it. So the Mountain Lakes defense looking real good, but they've also gotten helped out by a couple of drops here and there. But again, also that gets them off the field quickly. So, if you're on the Mountain Lakes side, the play disparity, the differential has been pretty heavily in your favor with all those run plays. And so even when they haven't been able to convert those fourth downs, they've at least stayed on the field long enough to grind down this New Milford defense.
It has, and you've been limiting. Again, like you said too, you want to limit those New Milford big plays that they've almost hit a few times on here too. So now if you're Mountain Lakes, if you get another score here, you're sitting in good position heading into the half.
And looks like we might have gotten a penalty here. I'm not sure. Oh no, timeout. Has there been a flag outside of the opening play? Or?
I was just thinking that there has not, as we get a ton of, this is a nice little
Wow,
site.
look at
that. You know, this is a nice little, a perfect fall football evening with leaves falling down.
Yeah, good shot there.
Couldn't paint a perfect picture.
So both teams congregating here.
Extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiTeam.com.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel-owned firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a resident...
We're back. Just a little brief blip there with the camera. Didn't miss anything. New drive for Mountain Lakes. Starting at the 31-yard line. It's going to be handoff Byerly. Plenty of room. Look at that burst of speed and a spin move. First down yardage for Billy Barrett.
Billy Barrett, I mean, that was, shot out of a cannon. He burst right through that lane. Oh my goodness, let's take another look here.
You know, you see him kind of moving like a shadow through the trees. He's just like a fox in there. And just had plenty of running space. Finally brought down by the second level at the 45-yard line. Big burst, second big play for Barrett. Had a bit of a quiet night last week against Lenape Valley. Starting to factor in, though. Now it looks like Corvelli to the left side. Brought down there by a combination of Tennant and Nicodeme.
I mean, this is this running back tandem. This is my first time seeing them, and they're certainly impressive.
Yeah, they're having a much better time of it this week than they were last. Lenape Valley was very capable of handling them, especially outside the tackles. But they're finding more space. The blocking is stepping up. Past midfield again, go the Herd. It's about where they were when their last drive stalled out on 4th and 1.
Why didn't you show me?
Byerly, hands off. Modest gain that time, looked like Barrett.
And like you said too, I mean, really what's really factoring into this are these long drives, the Mountain Lakes defense being able to force a lot of either a turnover or a 3 and out. So obviously this defense here for New Milford is actually starting to get a little tired, a little worn, and really hoping that this half comes quicker for them. But we still got 6 minutes left.
Yeah, only barely halfway through the second stanza. Still 7-0. Jack Bronico with the only scoring so far and a rushing touchdown in the first quarter. It's another handoff and another big burst again for Corvelli. Easy first down yardage, and the Herd keeps stampeding.
Yeah, now they're moving the chains again. Just, you can see this hole open up for him and him just shoot right through the gap of that hole.
And last year they won the Group 1 title, and this is why you can't sleep on them, even though their overall record was not as impressive. They don't have quite the same complement of weapons as they had last year, but
started out slow too.
Yeah, they can move the ball on you though. We're seeing that. Byerly hands it off to Barrett. This time stood up pretty quickly right along the line of scrimmage.
As we talked about earlier, before the game started too, getting those big gains on first and second down, preventing those short having shorter third downs. Obviously they've been stopped on 4th down, but we've seen them obviously be able to pick up some big gains.
Boy, there might not be any leaves left on the trees behind us by the time this game is through.
You had to say it wasn't windy before, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Usually the commentator's curse isn't supposed to apply to the weather, but... Second and 10. And another big gain here for Corvelli, has a convoy. Now that's Jack Bronico. Wow, inside the 10-yard line.
They had me fooled. I thought 2 different people had the ball.
Same here. Yeah. And that's just what Mountain Lakes has been able to do. They've been able to deceive this New Milford team, and not a lot of history between these two programs. So what might have been a little easier to read for Lenape Valley, who had faced Mountain Lakes earlier in the season, New Milford doesn't have that advantage.
They don't, yeah. So, I mean, I've obviously seen them. All you really have is watching film for them and kind of trying to figure out this. This is why we've seen probably 2 pre-snap timeouts called by New Milford too, trying to figure out this Mountain Lakes defense.
First and goal from the 9. Byerly hands it off. Bronico stood up there. Good below the waist hit there. from New Milford, able to stop them short, but those quick stops have been few and far between.
They have, and obviously, you know, kind of gaining, pushing forward a little bit there if you're Bronico, and you don't know who's going to get the ball here, if it's Barrett or it could be any of them. They could even throw the ball now here too. So you have, like I said, this has been a picture-perfect first half for Mountain Lakes.
Higgins lined up all the way on the far side there. Byerly will hand it off to Billy Barrett. And he didn't quite get there, but he's close. Knocking on the door of the Herd to try go up 2 scores here ahead of the half.
Yeah, this one looks like it gets down to about the 3-yard line. Barrett using that speed.
Bit of an anxious vibe right here from the crowd seated nearby. Marching band over on the other side of the press box, which we are not occupying tonight.
Put the fries in the bag.
3rd and goal, ball at the 2. Byerly hands off, and a big stop for New Milford. Luke Johnson
on the tackle.
Bringing down Jack Bronico, setting up another 4th down. And Mountain Lakes, that's been a trouble spot, 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2 on 4th down. Now, this is within range of a field goal. I mean, he hit one last week. Do you want to try to do it to go up 2 scores? I mean, it depends on how you trust your offense here. But, yeah, with those 2 failed 4th down conversions, I'd maybe think about kicking it.
The wind, though, is whipping around,
That's
so
very
that
true.
could make it a bit of a tough try. We'll keep an eye out for number 11 in white, but so far not seeing him.
I'm not even going to try to guess like which way the wind is blowing either right now. So
Seems like it's blowing toward the right, so
yeah,
that's at least the way that the flags attached to the uprights are blowing.
Oh, true. Could have just looked at the flags. Look at that.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout, so Mountain Lakes wants to talk things over before another critical 4th down. New Milford trying to hold Mountain Lakes right where they are at 7-0. We'll take a brief timeout here on Big State Sports.
Hello, folks. If you're looking for something.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Open Road Mazda of Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles. We offer a wide range of options to match your style and needs. First-time buyers, discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
For all of the perks that come with working here, I would say that the most valuable thing...
Welcome back from the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast bleachers. 4th down coming up. Mountain Lakes has been 0 for 2 on the game from 4th down, but they're going to go for it. Byerly under center. Byerly hands off and stood up again. New Milford gets the job done for the 3rd time on 4th down. It's still 7-0, and that second score ever elusive for the Herd.
And give this New Milford defense a lot of credit here. I mean, really just, coming, even though this is giving up long drives, but standing up when they have to.
And it was the second give there for Barrett. Didn't quite get there. That would have been Tinker on the stop. Amari Tinker having a pretty big game so far, the senior. And again, terrible field position, and there's a drop on the snap, but Ryan does well to hold off the on-rushing tackler. Deacon Silius there, normally the kicker, also a starter on the defensive side, so that could have been a disaster, but Ryan making positive work of it.
And if you're New Milford here too, you're in no hurry. I mean, obviously you're pinned deep in your own territory. You have one timeout, but you do get the ball at half, and you're down just a score here. So obviously here you're not much of a rush. If you pop off a big play, then that's a different story. But we'll see if they if they kind of get more conservative on the second play.
The only thing that can't happen here is a turnover. You can't set up a short field for Mountain Lakes. You can go without a score. You can even punt it away as long as it's a good one. Handoff here, good space along the outside. Nicodeme past the 10, and that will move the sticks.
And that's a big run by Nicodeme there too, yeah. Like you said, I mean, with the way the punts have gone too, with the wind and everything like that too, you still want to push it out further. So a big first down, and we're under 2 minutes now to go, so we'll see how they play it.
Clock was still running because he wasn't able to make it all the way to the sideline. Inside of a minute 20. The marching band getting ready to take their place behind the far upright, setting up near the goalpost for a halftime performance, and we'll have that here on Big State Sports, so don't go away. Handoff from Ryan to Nicodeme again, trying the left side, breaks a tackle only momentarily. Huge stop for Mountain Lakes. We'll see who it was. Great stop there in the backfield.
Yeah, just a nice job of pursuit in the backfield, being able to stick with him and bring him down.
Yep, it was Holden Gillespie. He's been huge today for Mountain Lakes, and huge all season.
Yeah, you need players like Gillespie to step up when you have people down as well, and he's really brought it to the table, elevated his game in the bigger moments.
Outstanding lacrosse player last year, or this spring really, same year. He led the team in scoring for the Mountain Lakes lacrosse team, and a lot of players on this football team are also on the lacrosse team.
It's usually the way it goes, I feel. I feel like you got a lot of lacrosse and football players.
Especially in a small school like Mountain Lakes.
Right.
Hand off to Nicodeme. Has a hole here. Has plenty of space. Breaks a tackle. Keeps on going. And he's past the 35-yard line. Good play here, and that's going to be a timeout. There's only 3 seconds left to do something here.
And, I mean, this New Milford engine's starting to get running, but right as the half starts to come to an end here. So now, obviously, if you're Mountain Lakes, you're going to drop everyone back into some prevent defense. And it's not like it's the end of the game here either, so it's not like you're going to – I mean, I don't think we'll see too many laterals because you never – I mean, yeah. Although in high school I feel like if there's a fumble, can they advance the ball?
At this point, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, all right. So then so then you might not see it. But I think if there's no advance in it, then you might see some razzle-dazzle.
But how big are those 4th down stops?
I mean, they're huge. That's literally the difference in the game right now. Because Mountain Lakes has controlled most of this game. They could very easily be up 3 scores, but this New Milford defense has stood tall and has come up big when they had to.
Bending but not breaking. Not dissimilar to what Mountain Lakes did last week. They trailed 7-0 at the half against Lenape Valley. And their offense was not working, but they were able to get there. And because they were able to make some big stops and keep Lenape Valley from running up the score on them, that's so critical in a defensive struggle like this. Ryan will look to throw, has Placido. Placido looks, tries to find some space, but he's going to be brought down by DeConcilius, and that will do it for the first half. New Milford still searching for their first points. A Jock Bronico score for Mountain Lakes put them on the board to start, and that's where the score remains, 7-0 Herd at the half. Stay tuned for some halftime festivities, and then we'll give you some updates on the other games happening here on Big State Sports. Stay tuned.
To make the most of your role, to really go beyond the job description, the freedom to think differently and be rewarded for it, and the freedom to show up as 100% who you are.
I enjoy helping nonprofits achieve their goals and really accomplish their mission, namely by nurturing my relationship with them, their staff, their donors, their volunteers, and their board members. I think the key to being trusted is really transparency. What I've seen time and time again is that when you give anything the right conditions, the support, the autonomy, trust, your full attention, it will thrive. This is as true for my clients and for my colleagues as it is for myself here at WIS.
WIS gives me the freedom to be entrepreneurial, innovative. I feel supported to bring 100% of myself and my personality to work each and every day. I'm the CEO of WIS Family Office. I have 2 amazing children. I'm the daughter of French and Italian immigrants. Above all, I'm someone who derives strength and confidence from my ability to connect with others, and I strive to make a difference in their lives.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait. If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage. Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
You think you need to do something academically for your child this summer, but you're not sure what? Come see us at Sylvan. We know exactly how to help your child, and it's fun here. Be proactive and make learning part of your summer schedule. Visit sylvansummer.com today.
She's a nice person. I'm sorry.
Up next, the marching band. Welcome to tonight's halftime show. Get ready to release your wild side. High School
Oh yeah, I did. Me and Evie met. Private.
They are led downfield by
Intelligence is pretty awesome. Nice. You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Welcome to the arena.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years.
So far are all blowouts. So Hanover Park is up, and the winner of this game is definitely Giant. They're up 27 players.
Color's good too.
New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We've worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
We specialize in roofing and siding. That includes gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
Open Road Cadillac has new vehicles in stock, perfect for any family. Browse our used vehicle inventory, expertly inspected and ready for new drivers. Shop online now at morristowncadillac.com.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes. David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Einhorn Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn & Musmano is a full-service law firm, guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured? The personal injury lawyers of Einhorn, Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musmano can help you seek compensation to ease the road of recovery ahead. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Welcome back to New Milford High School. Start of the second half, just about to get underway. Mountain Lakes with a 7-0 lead at the half over New Milford. And we want to thank our third quarter sponsors for their help in getting us on the air, starting with Bednar Landscaping. With over 25 years of excellence in northern and central New Jersey, Bednar Landscape Services are your go-to experts for landscape design, construction, maintenance, and all facets of masonry work. Let the dedicated professionals at Bednar Landscape transform your outdoor space into a dream come true. Reach out to Bednar Landscape Services today and elevate your yard to the next level. And Hap Goods, located in the heart of Mountain Lakes. Hap Goods offers a casual family atmosphere, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hap Goods also offers catering and private events for your next large gathering. Next time you visit Mountain Lakes, come visit this unique, charming restaurant. You won't be disappointed. And if you like what we do here on Big State Sports, be sure to subscribe to the Big State Sports YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you know when we go live. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for Player of the Game interviews and more New Jersey high school sports content. And coaches in booster clubs, it's playoff time, and nothing will rally your fans around your team more than having Big State Sports televise your playoff run with the top quality level of production that you're watching now. Grandparents, aunts, and uncles, alumni, and friends can watch from all over the world as you advance your way to a state championship. Email George at BigStateSports.com right now to reserve us before we get booked up. That's George at BigStateSports.com. And boy, the wind is really swirling here as we get back from the half. Yeah, seriously, it's a twister.
Yeah. I gotta say, that was one of the better catches that I've ever seen with Andrew. He reached out with that one-handed grab and grabbed that monitor. What
Andrew
a catch.
Brown on producer, doing a little more than maybe he bargained for tonight. Jeremy Nielsen, Bobby Santoro on hand from the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth, the open air booth today. And our opening drive of the second half will be brought to you by Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check our link below for more details. So we did take a little drive around our other games on Big State Sports, and we found that, well, all of the home teams are winning in those games except for our games. Butler seems to be comfortably ahead of Glenridge at this point, up 27-0 when we checked, so they are the likely opponent for next week's sectional final. Whoever wins will likely face Butler on that blue field that they've got. Cedar Grove, this one's a competitive one. They're trying to hold off Verona in the Section 2 Group 1 bracket. Bernard's up 14-0 on Pequannock. That Bernard's defense so good, they're pitching a shutout at the half. Hanover Park up big on Ramsey. That's in the Group 2, Section 2. Bernard's game in North Group 2, Section 1. Pascack Valley up 28-12 on Montville. Really good team on Pascack Valley. I covered them one game against Paramus. They did a very good job. It was a full 48-minute effort. Passaic Valley up 14-0 on Riverdale in the Group 3, Section 1 semis. Old Tappan up 22-0 on Cranford in that same bracket. And West Essex up 28-0 on West Morris. That game was starting to wind down. And finally, Somerville, we've had all their games, and they have not lost yet. It looks like they're on their way to potentially another one, up 24-6 on Ocean City. That's in the Central Group 3 bracket. No sectionals in the Central group. So that's all of our other games on the Big State Sports Network. And we also want to give a brief shout out, of course, to Molly Mack, the Whippany Park soccer player who unfortunately was in that terrible accident. And the GoFundMe, you can find it on our Instagram page, I believe on our TikTok as well. So help out a member of our community. Big State Sports, we want to be part of that community. So any amount of help is appreciated as we hope Molly gets back on her feet. So just about to start the second half here. New Milford will receive, and hoping to get off the schneid, Bobby, because their offense showed some flashes. The running game started to break through, but nothing really connecting so far through the air.
Yeah, nothing really connecting there too, but we saw we saw right before the team kind of all came out here that Jersey Ryan was out here having some warm-up tosses, throwing, trying to get a rhythm going. They had a little bit of movement at the end of the half, but let's see. The key to them here is actually to come out on this first drive and come out big with big plays and score and tie this game up.
And they were able to stop Mountain Lakes 3 times on 4th down conversion tries, which is a big reason they're in this game to begin with. Holding the herd off to just that first quarter score. Jack Bronico with the touchdown run in the first quarter. Got the scoring started, and we're still waiting for our next one as Romano DeConcilius will kick us off. It's a high kick, going to be fielded by Peter Sarianos, and he looks for a gap here, stood up right at the 30-yard line, and whistles blow as the second half gets underway here for the New Milford Knights. Again, looking likely to face Butler in the sectional final next week, depending on who gets through. They're the #1 seed, so that game's going to take place at Butler no matter what. We've got the #2 here in New Milford against the #3 Mountain Lakes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all going to be about adjustments at halftime, right? I mean, it's going to be how these coaches kind of, see what worked, what didn't, and whoever makes the adjustment gets the win here.
Crowd filing back in here as the first play from scrimmage is a little handoff up the middle, not a lot there. It was Jake Johnson that time on the carry, #2. Johnson, a very key contributor. We didn't see too much of him, but he's tied for the team lead in sacks and tackles for loss on the defensive side, and also has over 215 receiving yards and over 400 rushing yards. Jack of all trades for this New Milford side.
Jake of all trades.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Handoff this time. It's going to be another long run, but this time it's Nicodeme, who was starting to get those legs churning in the right direction towards the end of the half.
Yeah, he had that big run there that just kind of right as the half was winding down. So, yeah, it's what you want to see here, too, kind of mixing it up with Johnson and Nicodeme, and we're off and running.
Again, 2 rushing touchdowns. That was the only scoring in New Milford's last playoff game against Park Ridge. 14-0 final. Pair of scores for #19 in black. New set of downs, ball at the 44-yard line toward midfield. Ryan with 2 in the backfield. Will hand it off. Johnson spinning, stood up quickly, big hit there. So not a lot on that initial carry from first down for Jake Johnson, who's starting to factor in the offense a little more out of the half.
Yeah, running with authority, though, too. I mean, he ran hard on that play and lowered his shoulder, so he's ready to go here in the second half, and it looks like they'll feature him a little bit more.
Last week rushed for 72 yards on 7 carries, also at a 13-yard catch, and 2 sacks and 2 tackles for loss last week on the defensive side, so he is hard to stop coming off the edge. You see him moving pre-snap there, and we've got some flags flying. False start on the offense.
One of the things you mentioned, too, we talk about this New Milford defense, while they're not how great they've been doing stopping, Mountain Lakes on 4th down, but one of the things that Mountain Lakes can kind of neutralize is, like you said, I mean, New Milford has so many sacks. They've had plenty of sacks, but on a team that runs the wing T, that neutralizes that pass rush. So, a good adjustment by New Milford, but yeah, that's something that Mountain Lakes is obviously taking advantage of.
2nd and 12 here. They'll try to go to the air. Ryan has a man. Wide open field, but the window closes up quickly. That looked like #6 Brady Gilchrist on the catch, his first of the night. 6 receptions for 114 yards for the sophomore, who had some pretty regular playing time last year as a freshman, and also batted .318 as an outfielder this spring.
Love to see that.
Yeah. More multi-sport athletes on this New Milford team.
And one that can hit above 300, unlike the MLB.
Had 2 receptions and 49 yards against Mount Pompton Lakes. Again, New Milford, a bit of a tepid start to their passing game. They had a lot of drops. Ryan is looking to throw here. This one's batted in the air by Bradley Rogers. And so nothing doing on that pass attempt.
Yeah, this is a great play. I mean, he had a man open that, and they were going to start to get kind of something going in terms of momentum here. But yeah, I mean, coming right up, batting that down. Looks like it was Placido as well that he was targeting on the play. So a good job there by the Mountain Lakes defense.
And the senior Bradley Rogers with that pass breakup will bring up another punting situation. Larrivee, this one goes straight up in the air, doesn't go very far.
Careful not to touch it.
Yeah, it's takes a decent bounce at least, past the 35. And there's another gust.
We're gonna have to, I mean, you might have to tie me down here. I might fly away. I don't know.
Is that a positive or negative omen for the Mountain Lakes herd heading onto the field here? They certainly have not needed to rely on positive wind with those run plays, and they've involved everybody, Bronico, Barrett, and Corvelli. And that trio, so important, but has struggled in short yardage. First down, Byerly will hand off to Corvelli, looking for a burst along the left side, still going past the 40-yard line. Forced out of bounds, that should stop the clock at 9:02.
Picking up right where they left off too. That was Massimo Corvelli, a nice little burst through. It looked like he was kind of stopped in the backfield, but he was just being patient and just that bought his time and was able to get close to the first down. Looks like a gain of about 7. So, I mean, really haven't missed a beat, at least on this first play if you're Mountain Lakes.
Second down right at the 40. 2 receivers on the short side of the field. But it's going to be another run play, and it's more big yardage here. This is Billy Barrett turning the corner towards the outside. One man to beat and finally shoved out of bounds. There, right around the 30-yard line by Placido. So a huge gain for Billy Barrett.
Look at this vision by Barrett too. I mean, just kind of knowing to be patient. He bounces to the outside here, and you're just seeing here now. Watch it, patience here, moving around, waiting for his blockers, and able to pick up, I mean, a decent chunk of yardage. And let's see now and see if this New Milford defense can stand tall and make a stop again.
I believe that was Corvelli with a key block downfield to free up Barrett, who's now lined up out wide. They'll hand it off. Short gain along the left side. That was Corvelli that time. And again, no real negative plays, though this one wasn't a positive play. But they have not been stopped in the backfield very often.
Yeah, it looked like Kyle Dunn, the freshman, on that stop there too. So I mean, yeah, obviously not, really, like we said, they don't throw the ball a lot, so not a lot of pressure coming, and they've been able to find the holes and I mean, you got to credit the Mountain Lakes offensive line for making those holes and setting up nice runs.
2nd and 10, Byerly will look to hand off again, and forced backward was Bronico. Shoved back pretty emphatically. Should set up a 3rd and pretty long here. Maybe only gain about 1 and 2 there.
Yeah, not nice job standing up tall. Yeah, a little bit of a shove after, but nothing too blatant, nothing too far after the whistle to warrant anything. What do you like to see?
Certainly been a bend but not break performance from this New Milford defense. But they have been a little susceptible to the big play. 3rd and 9 here. Ball at the 33 of New Milford. Byerly look to hand off again, and here's a burst. Little yards after contact that time. And as we sort things out, looks like the ball carrier, Corvelli, a little worse for wear. We're going to take a timeout here on Big State Sports, and hopefully everything's all right.
So hot. My sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why. Mike Rossi of Weikert Realty has extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiteam.com.
Back here live at the Mandelbaum Bear broadcast booth. Corvelli got to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be good to go fairly soon. And don't forget, we will have our Open Road Mazda Morristown Player of the Game. That should be up on the social medias within a couple of days. As is a handoff, stopped in the backfield though. Nowhere to run. Jake Johnson with a little bit of help from the number 70, Cole Totaro, who was a big playmaker for them on defense, and that should just about do it for this drive.
Another big fourth down stop there for New Milford there too. So lost in that was that it was a big fourth down, and obviously if Corvelli's hurt here, you're going to get the dose of the killer bees. Now you got Parrott and Bronico kind of running it if you're Mountain Lakes. But now New Milford again stalled out on their first drive of the half. Let's see if they can get something going here. They got to get that passing game going that struggled it so far.
Just the run has not been enough so far. Nicodeme was in motion there. They're going to hand it off. Or that was Placido in motion. They did hand it off to Nicodeme for a short gain. And in those first down plays have not really yielded too much for the West Milford Knights, or the New Milford Knights. Brain getting a bit scrambled by the wind there, I think. We're going to take a brief time out here on Big State Sports as we get this camera situation sorted out.
Siding and windows. We are a family-owned residential. We're not owned firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Open Road Mazda of Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles.
Jake Johnson with some good yards after carry on that last run. Was able to set up a new, fresh set of downs for New Milford. And Johnson starting to get his name called a little bit more here in this third quarter, as we're under 6 minutes now in that frame.
Yeah, and Johnson, a big body, certainly listed at 6'4", 220. So obviously you want him running in between the tackles and have him running downhill or downwind if we're talking about tonight.
Yeah. They're going to go to Nicodeme this time, trying to power his way forward. Got past the 45 that time, it looked like. Incremental drive here, easy does it. Again, that past game has not really been there for New Milford. Only a couple of completions and a couple of key drops. They did basically have an end zone shot in the second. They almost had a connection between Ryan and Placido, but wasn't quite there. So we'll see if they try to involve it again in a windy day, so you might not have the best control over where that ball's gonna go. Gonna hand it off again. And not a lot of forward progress there. Jake Johnson again on the carry.
Good job there by Mountain Lakes, getting low on Johnson, trying to bring him down that way. That'll bring up a third down here. Looks like about a 3rd and 5 here. So obviously towards midfield, you got to think here too. You got 4-down territory.
Big decision time coming up for first-year coach Bill Straub. If Mountain Lakes can come up big with a stop here, what do you do? Ryan, quick pass, has a man, and it's complete to Placido. That will be the first down.
And this is a beautiful catch in a night of drops. What an impressive catch by Placido there. Let's take another look at it right here. And yeah, I mean, where they looked like Mountain Lakes was anticipating the run, a nice quick throw, and a big-time catch there.
Yeah, from our vantage point, we were a little screened, so was judging a little bit off the reaction of the crowd to see if he did, in fact, haul that one in, and he did. So 1st down and 10 at the 45. Still 7-0 Herd.
You can hear a little bit of a rumbling coming with the crowd here. They sense it.
They're going to hand it off. Nicodeme Tripped up in the backfield. Might have lost a yard there. We'll see. Maybe he got back to the original spot. Looks like a neutral play. And they're going to sub in Tinker maybe for some extra blocking. Number 33 in black and green. As Luke Johnson subbed out, Ryan gets the call. We'll head to the huddle here. Clock continuing to run here at 3 minutes 10. Wind has died down just a little bit here. On 2nd and 10, Ryan will hand it off. Giovanni Nicodine. Not a lot of running room along the outside there. Got to the 40 or thereabout. And I agree with you, though. This is 4th down territory from this point forward.
Yeah, and it's obviously been few and far between that we've been able to see. Even these teams kind of get down the field and finish off drives. Obviously, there's only been 1 touchdown and 2 missed opportunities, one by Mountain Lakes early in that first quarter, and then obviously the big play there. So you want to take advantage of anything you have here, and you want to keep, you can't hold anything back with the clock moving so quickly, I might add as well.
It's been a pretty quick quarter. Ryan rolling left, trying to find somebody. Pocket collapses, now trying to run for it, and is going to be brought down. Jack Bronico there on the stop, among others. Bradley Phillips in the mix. We'll take another look.
Another thing where you see Ryan kind of roll out to his left there, looking for something, but unable to find anything. Kind of tucks it and tries to make something out of nothing there. But a good job by this Mountain Lakes defense to let him, to make sure he doesn't even get that ball away to try to throw it away.
So all backed up all the way to a 4th and 9. That's going to force another punt for New Milford. Aside from the 1 interception, I believe all their other drives have ended in punts. Still plenty of time, but it's getting late early. This one's going to be received around the 20-yard line on the return. Oh, that's a big hit. Looks like Nikolsky's all right. That was a hellacious blow right there from New Milford.
Wow, that is and that's clean. Looks like you led with the shoulder.
Looks like that was Jesse Brophy, the freshman, laying that hit down.
That is a hard hit. That'll fire anyone up.
Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line as Mountain Lakes discusses what to do. Clock at 1:27 here in the 3rd quarter. It's been a pretty quick period here.
And you just think here, if you're Mountain Lakes, you break off 1 big play, 1 big score, and that's gonna be a huge momentum shift in this game, because it'll be even harder for New Milford to come down and try and score 2 with basically a quarter left.
They'll hand it off in the backfield, breaking tackles and still on his feet, tumbling forward past the 35, Jack Bronico. Only man to find the end zone so far, continuing to play the understudy role of Carson Fitch to perfection.
Yeah, and like we said, Bronico and Barrett, killer bees. If Cervelli wasn't able to go, it looks like he's back out there now, so that's good to see. But yeah, Bronico hard running, keeping his feet churning. Oh, you love to see that if you're a football coach, just pouncing off tackles and picking up the first down.
A little yak there, yards after contact. They will hand it off to Corvelli on the outside this time. Tries to slip some tacklers, but he's brought down in the backfield. Big stop there, Luke Johnson. Yeah, and a pretty major stop there, bringing up 3rd down and long.
You see New Milford really kind of just bringing it here and not so much fooled on that. We're able to kind of, shift over and find the ball. So, I mean, and it goes back to what you said earlier, too. I mean, they're trying to bounce it outside of the tackles doesn't seem to be working right now if you're Mountain Lakes. And if you have these, these nice runs up the middle, you're clearly able to power through.
Should be the last play of the 3rd quarter here. Still 7-0. Byerly will hand off. Corvelli trying to slip through. That was Barrett, actually. Got to the 40. That should do it for the 3rd quarter. Scored just the same as where it was at the end of the 1st quarter, at the end of the half. We will go to the 4th, 12 more minutes to play in regulation. Just a 7-0 lead for the Herd, looking to add on here in New Milford.
Buyers. Discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
For all of the perks that come with working here, I would say that the most valuable thing WIS offers is freedom. The freedom to make the most of your role, to really go beyond the job description, the freedom to think differently and be rewarded for it, and the freedom to show up as 100% who you are.
Welcome back. The Mine Bomb Bear broadcast booth. Mountain Lakes Herd up 7-0 heading to the fourth quarter. One of these teams' 3-game winning streaks will end here. Whether that comes at the end of regulation or after an overtime period of two remains to be seen. Mountain Lakes has 3-7, and they are going to rush right to the line of scrimmage, trying to get this play off quickly. Little pitch to the outside. Flag is thrown here. Brought down at the 45-yard line. That looked like Barrett on the carry there. And it's a holding on the offense to bring it back.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get, might have been number 84. It looked like on the hold there. And a rare flag. We haven't seen many this game. I mean, it's been a fairly clean game. You know, the run would have picked up a first down, but obviously aided by that hold. So.
Yeah, that would have been Mario Zamba if it is 84 on the hold. Their top receiver had a pretty big one in last week's game. I don't think they've thrown a pass today, though.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, this might be 2 weeks in a row where one of the teams I've seen has not thrown a pass.
Byerly will hand it off again. Fake like he was rolling right. It's another modest gain up the middle for Bronico. And that will bring up fourth down.
And this is let's not sleep on this punt here. I mean, this is a big punt to kind of flip the field here and try and make New Milford go kind of the length of the field here. If anything, if they can get a block or a shank punt, that'll be big time for for the New Milford, for the Knights offense.
Grant Nikolsky, the senior, to punt it. Good snap. Good punt here. Line drive. Settles around the 30, 35. Nicodemus will not return it. So not awful field position if you're New Milford, but also a pretty good punt.
Yeah, very good punt, actually. I mean, like you said, yeah, got it down, didn't force a return, and now you let your defense go back to work.
And a big reason that Mountain Lakes are even on the board to begin with was a bit of a shanked punt for New Milford earlier in the game. Didn't really flip the field at all. Ball was basically placed right outside the red zone, and so it was only about 20 yards to get for the Herd. 1st and 10 from the 35. Dropping back and looking deep, has Placido. He has a step, but the ball just a little far ahead of him. Higgins again on the coverage. That's the second time they've tried the deep shot with Placido.
Yeah, and both times he's had a step on Higgins, but obviously this one a little bit out of the reach. And obviously, if you're here, if you're Mountain Lakes, you keep that in your mind. You keep that in your back of your mind, because you know what, they're going to try that again. If they can see that, if they can see him beating Higgins there, Higgins needs to know too that could happen again soon and be ready for it.
This time tried it on 1st down rather than 3rd. 3 in the backfield. Well, 2 really, if you don't count the quarterback. Nicodemus trying to pull it over to the outside. Got 5 there. So that'll bring up 3rd and makeable.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, now another 3rd down, another passing 3rd down situation here. But the clock obviously sitting here, we're obviously going to be under 10 minutes to go shortly here in the 4th quarter. So, I mean, you just think that, I mean, time is of the essence. We've seen these teams, especially Mountain Lakes, move the ball, just not be able to finish off drives.
Clock did not stop, so I guess they didn't get out of bounds. Little pre-snap motion from Placido. Little pitch there to Jake Johnson, trying to barrel his way forward, but didn't get to the 1st down marker. Maybe a bit messy there in the backfield. Didn't really have space.
A little bit, yeah. You saw a little bit of kind of like a flip play to Jake there, and he tried to get trying to turn up field and get ahead of steam. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a 4th and short here, but I mean, you're still in your own territory. You go ahead and punt the ball away, and another chance here if you're Mountain Lakes to try and put this game away and get 6.
That's Alex Stuck to punt it away. Good snap. High punt. Bounces around the 30-yard line, 25. And we play this game again for Mountain Lakes. I mean, you only really need to orchestrate one solid drive here, and you could be in the driver's seat for the remainder of the game.
You could, yeah. So, I mean, really, you get a couple first downs here. You're going to churn some of that clock, and you're going to, at the very, very worst case scenario, if you punt, you're going to pin New Milford down in their own territory and force them to go the length of the field. So you definitely want to pick up some first downs here. We'll see if they go between the tackles like they have been all game. Maybe they shock us and they give Higgins a shot to catch the ball.
New Milford shut out Park Ridge in their last playoff game, not trying to be goose-egged on the other side here in the semifinal. And that play blew up pretty quickly.
And that's the thing too. Your Mountain Lakes. You've seen New Milford. The games that New Milford have lost, they have not scored, or they've scored. They have scored 7 points in those 2 games combined. Right. So definitely, the defense is up to the task here now, and you want to kind of put it down the field. I forgot we have seen them throw the ball once. That was that incompletion in the end zone on 4th down.
Right. Yeah. Here's some speed along the outside, and tripped up just shy of the sticks was Billy Barrett. And we've seen that zippiness from him already in this game. He's got a good acceleration.
Yeah, Billy Barrett's come to play tonight. I mean, he's had some burst. He provided a spark. And this is a short 3rd down here. Almost picked up that first down there. And now we'll see if, I mean, obviously, you wonder if they go to Bronico here on a short yardage gain, try and power through. But we've seen New Milford's defense stand tall on short yardage situations.
Gain of 12 for Barrett on the last play. Byerly will hand off up the middle. Bronico, he's got enough. So that time Mountain Lakes does get the job done. They convert on 3rd.
Yeah, it's a big first down. A big first down for them.
Clock keeps moving here inside of 8 minutes. And it takes a lot once he gets downhill. He really is. He has been moving just like Carson Fitch did, who had a strange injury on a punt return. Kind of got twisted around and fell awkwardly. If they advance, can't rule him out for coming back in the sectional final, but have to get there first. Another decent gain there for Barrett.
Yeah, good job there too on the run. Yeah, like you said, with these players out, they're hyped up on the sidelines. They're when you're hurt, you're itching to get out there. And the best you can do is kind of coach up your players, your fellow teammates, and it seems like it's working today. And it's something that Mountain Lake's on the doorstep here of closing this one out and advancing.
2nd down and 2. Clock inside of 7 now. Got those 2 receivers on the near side, but it's just going to be more running, and that's a pretty big burst there. That looked like Bronico again. No, that was Corvelli.
Corvelli, yeah.
Good to see him running again. Had a bit of a scare earlier in the game, but working again and found some space up the middle that time.
Look at that. I mean, yeah, this is textbook running. Running by this team's running backs, and it's something that has had now late in the game put New Milford on their heels and could very well be something that they could use to ice the game.
Was finally brought down by Jake Johnson, but not before the sticks moved again. Byerly under center. Will hand it off. And more action here for Corvelli. Stood up there and finally brought down past the 40-yard line. Solid gain.
That's another big gain on 1st down. Taking more time off the clock here. Should be in no hurry.
Israel Echeverria on the stop. Number 75 in black and green. Now inside of 6 minutes. New Milford, all of their drives except for one, they ended up punting. The only other time was on an interception. Mountain Lakes has been stopped on 4th down, but they had that one touchdown drive early. It's been the difference. Now handing it off. Very close to the 1st down. Not sure if Bronico got all the way there.
It looks to be just a yard short.
But they haven't been able to blow up those plays. They've got up to 2 chances to just get this last yard. And
yeah,
now
they're going to go for it on 4th down, you got to think, right? Yeah. I mean, if they
even
don't.
get there.
Yeah, if they ever do get there. And obviously, if they get the 1st down here, if you're New Milford, now you got to start thinking about what you're going to do with your timeouts to kind of end this game.
Wind picking up again. Byerly will hand off. Billy Barrett at his steam. Billy Barrett breaks through. He's going to get past the 10-yard line, continue on, finally shoved out of bounds inside the 10.
Oh my goodness, Billy Barrett. Have a night, kid. I mean, unbelievable, breaking through and essentially, and I mean, putting him within the red zone now, within the 10. And I mean, you asked me. I mean, I don't. I mean, he's definitely one of the kids. He's one of the ones who stepped up tonight. Has to have close to 100 yards, if not 100 yards already, and almost put this game away with the touchdown there too.
Could do it here. Still time for New Milford, but having to score 2 would be very tough, and we got a flag here. Boy, Bronico was in the end zone by the time those whistles blew. But it's going to be an offside, so it's going to, or a false start rather. It's going to back up Mountain Lakes.
So now if you're Mountain Lakes, obviously, yeah, the false start backs you up, but just hold on to that ball. I mean, you don't, and again, like, yeah, Bronico could have been, was in the end zone there. You score, you can either score, or you can keep this clock moving. But obviously, they give you the opportunity to get in that end zone, you put this game away.
The play differential has been very vast. Mountain Lakes has just had the ball a heck of a lot more often. They've had these long drives, and even though they've only capped it off once, it has that deleterious effect on the defense. Byerly will hand off. And this time, Corvelli not going to get very far.
Let's see what New Milford starts to do here. They'll let it run still.
Tinker there on the stop. Clock now inside 4 minutes 15. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts.
You can see the coaches on the sideline kind of talking about this too on New Milford sidelines. So maybe they get a stop here. Maybe that's when they start. They might want to have one in the back pocket if they can get a stop and have it on offense. But let's see.
2nd and goal from exactly the 10-yard line. Barrett looking for some space. Couldn't find a bunch. It looked like he got past the 5 though. It's at the 5.
They're going to keep it going here.
Yep. Clock's still running. Fusco talking with his quarterback, Brett Byerly. It's been basically all runs for this Mountain Lakes Herd offense, keeping it on the ground. Now at 3rd and goal.
Reminds me of Vince Lombardi telling Bart Starr, put the ball in the end zone and let's get the hell out of here.
That's what they're trying to do. Set up a matchup with Butler. Hands off, left side, Corvelli turns the corner, touchdown, Mountain Lakes! The Herd go up 2 scores inside of 3 minutes to go.
That's exactly what they just did. He put the ball in Corvelli's hands. Corvelli made things happen, and that is just as clutch of a run as you can have, bouncing outside, being able to beat Johnson over the edge there, and putting the game essentially away here.
There is still a chance as Deacon Silius kicks it through. 14-0, but For this New Milford team, they have not been able to move the ball with any level of efficiency, and now expecting them to put together 2 scoring drives inside of 3 minutes, even with all 3 of your timeouts, it's a tall task.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen crazier things, don't get me wrong. They're going to have to hit one of those big plays. Obviously now Mountain Lakes, you got to be drop back ready for it. But obviously, yeah, you have, you're sitting here, if you're New Milford, you're letting your team know this is not done. There's, you get a big return on this kickoff, who knows? But, I mean, what a job by Mountain Lakes so far coming in here and being able to put up 14 points. And what a job by the Mountain Lakes defense to hold this New Milford team.
Yeah, New Milford a little ahead of schedule. They, got a new head coach. It looked like it was maybe going to be more of a retooling year for them. They hadn't done too much in the playoffs last year. They got bounced in the first round, but seeded very highly in this sectional tournament. Took care of business in the first round, but they're going up against a team in Mountain Lakes that's a pedigree program. And even if not everybody was here for last year's triumph, plenty of them were, and there's just that confidence and that ability to get things done in the big game that Mountain Lakes has shown going down the stretch. Deacon Silius is going to give him something to return here. It's going to be Peter Sarianos moving towards the inside, kind of slowed up there at the 25-yard line. And I was thinking there, if you're New Milford, you want to try and do something big on the kickoff return, but it's going to be tough field position to start for Jersey Ryan and New Milford to try and get on the board here, make some miracles happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to see Jersey have the ball out again here, which obviously he's more than capable of doing, and see if they can march down the field. But yeah, like you said with Mountain Lakes, yeah, even though some of these kids weren't playing last year, they were still on the team, part of the program, so they know what it's like. They've been here, they're part of this culture, and we're able to come in here and put up 2 scores.
Ryan rolling left. Ryan over the middle of the field, has a man, Placido. That is a first down yardage. Now Placido's going to turn it. Now he tries to deke around Higgins, who does finally bring him down at midfield. Good gain there, 50-yard line.
And that's what New Milford's been trying to do all night here. You have that Jersey Ryan and Placido connection there, and Placido obviously able to make things happen when he gets the ball in space.
And they had to stop the clock to move the chains. So in decent shape here, inside of 2 minutes 30. Ryan looking middle of the field again, jump ball, broken up. Incomplete there. That looked like Jake Johnson trying to get to it. There's a look at the previous play, which Placido was able to extend. Clock does stop at 2 minutes 22.
Looks like the number 10 of Mountain Lakes getting in there, knocking the ball away.
That would be Vinny Cena, who started the year as the quarterback. Rotates in and out on the defensive side. Sometimes see him as extra help in the backfield.
And obviously, like we said too, if you're Mountain Lakes, it's almost like baseball. No doubles defense here, nothing behind you right now if you're the defensive backs.
Ryan looking to throw. And that one, a little underthrown there. Towards the sideline, that was Kyle Tennant, the intended receiver. Tennant with 272 receiving yards on 17 catches on the year. His best effort came against Hawthorne, 4 catches for 68 yards. He had a fumble recovery touchdown in the first game of the year against Hasbrook Heights. Only a couple of targets tonight and no completions. And I believe we have a timeout here. Not sure who called it.
I'm not sure who called it either there too. I mean, if you're New Milford here, you have all 3 timeouts still with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. I mean, I'm not sure, but you can't take them with you when you go here. So I don't know if it's them calling it here, or if it's Mountain Lakes trying to set something up. But either way, we're right around the end here.
Might have been Fusco. Clock already stopped there on the incompletion.
Right.
We're taking a look at the scoreboard, looking to see which number goes down. It's been a windy night here in New Milford, and I think that's probably impacted New Milford's offense a little more than Mountain Lakes, just because of how run-heavy Mountain Lakes is. The handoffs have been clean all night from Byerly, which is certainly an underrated aspect of the run offense. And for New Milford, just not a lot of connections through the air.
And that turnover battle, like we talked about, no turnovers for Mountain Lakes, holding on to that ball.
Ryan looks to throw again. First read, finds Placido, cuts to midfield, gets past one man, now continues on. Luis Placido finally brought down. Shy of the 10-yard line, a huge gain for number 10, finally breaking out here.
Okay, all right, Luis Placido. Making a man miss and almost putting it in there and giving us a little bit of something to talk about here. Let's see if they're going hurry up here. The clock is going to continue to run, so no, still not using the timeouts here.
It did have to stop a little bit so that the chain gang could get to where they needed to get. There's a nice ball there from Jersey Ryan. Incomplete, but a flag down.
Oh boy.
The plot's thickening.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you get a pass interference there. Now, we're a little far away here, so it's hard to see if he got there early and if it affected it, but that'll certainly set up, it'll be half distance to the goal, I'm assuming.
1 minute 56 on the clock, so they really have not eaten up much to get to this point.
They have not. Yeah, they moved the ball. This is really what New Milford's wanted to do all game. And now we're finally starting to get it going here. So you punch the ball in, and yeah, they have all those 3 timeouts left. They give the ball back to Mountain Lakes.
Might have been an official timeout earlier, or
could be.
Still says 3-3 as far as timeouts on the scoreboard. Now in the backfield, turning the corner. Nice little play there, but brought down. Mountain Lakes defense holds, and that will be a timeout, I believe, now finally. Used on the New Milford side as Placido couldn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, they tried a little bit of a reverse there.
Take another look here. Great look at it there. A little pitch there to Placido.
Yeah, I mean, a nice play call to try and get the defense off, but I mean, a good job by this Mountain Lakes defense to really find find the ball, swarm right to it, and not only stop him from getting in the end zone, but keep him in bounds.
Bradley Rogers on the takedown there. And again, Mountain Lakes not all of their defensive starters healthy enough to go tonight. Nick Signorilli and Sebastian Borey didn't even make the trip.
So you're saying they're watching?
Oh, they're watching. Minute 46 to go. Can New Milford get on the board and put themselves in position to potentially keep the game alive? Ryan rolling left. Has a man right there. And in for the touchdown. Giovanni Nicodeme finally gets New Milford on the board here with 1 minute 39.
Yeah, just a nice little job rolling out to his left, as we've seen Jersey Ryan do mostly tonight, and having Nicodeme there. I mean, he had a choice here. He had Nicodeme had a step on him anyway. But yeah, so a nice job to get in the end zone. We'll see if they can tack on the PAT and make it a 7-point game.
Jonathan Larrivee on the point after. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Back to a one-score game. Minute 39, not out of the realm of possibility. And what do you do here on this kickoff?
Well, with the 2 timeouts now, you don't have all 3. So, I mean, one would assume you try an onside kick. Now, what we've seen teams do is we've seen them do that little pooch kick.
Right.
Kind of, it goes a little further, and they're able to kind of recover. We saw last week in the Mendham Riverdale game a surprise onside kick that didn't quite go 10 yards. They were able to they got the call, though. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, whatever you do here, you got to make sure this ball goes 10 yards. And, I mean, it's going to be, a nosedive for the ball. Again, if we're talking about me, I'm a Packers fan, so I know Brendan Bostic and that NFC Championship game. I don't want to remember that. So, if you're Mountain Lakes, make sure you get on this ball. Make sure you protect it. But now, with the way that Mountain Lakes is lined up here, there is that little bit of a gap here. So you pooch that ball up, you don't know what could happen.
Larrivee will kick us off from the 40-yard line.
You can see the New Milford coaches kind of yelling out here. Let's see what they decide to do. Yep.
Just about 100 seconds left to go in this one. They will try the onside. Bounces here. Now a scramble for it. New Milford's got it! They recover the onside kick.
Are you kidding me? I didn't think this ball was going to go 10 yards.
Oh, it didn't. They reversed the call. Mountain Lakes has it instead. The officials congregated, and I guess it was not to 10 yards. Look at the 50-yard line. That's where it needs to go. No, it didn't get there. It didn't quite reach the 50-yard line. Maybe about 9.5 yards on that.
Yeah, and just like last week with this onside kick, game of inches with this, and it's hard for us to tell too, obviously, with the with the team in front. So I mean, but yeah, I mean now with 2 timeouts here. Now I'm not a big math guy here, so I mean 2 timeouts. You stop the clock twice. There's still a chance for New Milford to get the ball with seconds left, but obviously a first down ices the game here for Mountain Lakes.
Byerly will hand off. Give up the middle. Low risk play there.
They're gonna let it run this time, it looks like, or are they
It was Bronico. Boy, I don't know if you can afford to let it run.
Well, you let it run now, then you have the 2 timeouts if you stop them 2 times in a row on second and third down. So I guess that's the strategy here. You have to pick 1 down to let it run.
That's true. Clock is going to go all the way down, probably to under 1 minute.
Yep.
Is it too little too late for New Milford in their comeback attempt? Can Mountain Lakes seal the deal? Byerly at midfield.
They're going to be coming for the ball here, too.
Better believe it. With 50 seconds to go, Byerly will hand off to Bronico. Bottled up quickly. Keeps the ball in his hands, and there is the timeout for New Milford with 45 ticks. So you've gotten the stops that you needed.
So yeah, I mean, you think of it here too. Obviously, you get a stop here, depending on how the run is. Let's give it 5 seconds, all right? So you stop the clock at 40 seconds. Mountain Lakes punts the ball. Now you can get a block on the punt. You can get a return. You see what happens, and then if you get the ball back with that time, with however amount of time left, then now we might see some lateral plays. So it all depends on this play right here, though, too. So obviously, Mountain Lakes, you're not throwing the ball. You haven't thrown the ball once all game. You're not throwing the ball here, and obviously hold on to the ball if you can somehow. If they can get a first down here, even better. But make sure you hold on to that ball, stay in bounds.
45 seconds to go. New Milford will likely have to burn their final timeout after the result of this play. Handing it off. Along the outside, still on his feet. Billy Barrett has the first down.
Oh my goodness, put the game on ice. Billy Barrett has come to, I mean, I've said it so many times, he's come to play. I mean, he literally just put this game away, and Mountain Lakes is going to be advancing. Wow, what a clutch run and what a hard-earned run on a big third down by Billy Barrett.
All 3 backs for the Herd making big plays in big moments. Bronico and Corvelli finding the end zone, and Barrett with what looks, for all intents and purposes, to be the dagger.
Yeah, I mean,
just 36. Clock is still running. That's going to do it.
You like this huddle here by Mountain Lakes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what a game. Defensive struggle. Tough conditions to play in, but in the end, the Mountain Lakes Herd have done it again. Another tight one-score affair that goes their way. They hit the road, and they will go to the sectional final with a final score of 14-7 over New Milford. Our player of the game tonight, Jack Bronico, with that touchdown, got him on the board first, and has continued his very good play since subbing in for Carson Fitch last round. The Herd will face Butler in the Section 1 Group 1 final. And
really quick, I mean, I just wanted to say, what a game by the Herd. I mean, obviously good by New Milford. I mean, you hate to see the season end this way, but a huge win on the road for the Herd. Mountain Lakes moves on, and yeah, sky's the limit for this team.
that will do it for us here on Big State Sports. For Andrew Brown, our producer, Paul Leal on camera, and Bobby Santoro, my partner, I'm Jeremy Nielsen saying have a great rest of your night here from New Milford. Mountain Lakes winning 14-7, our final score. Corvelli last week aside from that play. Second down. Another handoff up the middle, good space that time. That should be enough to move the sticks for the Herd. Less than 7:30 to go here in the first. Another handoff up the middle this time. Bronico, head of steam, and he's in. Jack, second and 8. Jersey Ryan, that's Jersey with a Z. Fakes the handoff, now tries to throw over the middle. It's picked off, intercepted. It's 4th and 7. So a loss of 3 on the prior play. Byerly fakes the handoff, will try to throw this time. He's looking, has a man in the end zone, incomplete.
Oh man, he's gonna want that one back.
Right now, they were not punished for the turnover on their last drive. Another handoff again up the middle, not enough. Stood up very quickly by this Mountain Lakes defense again.
And this is a
fresh set of downs, first of the game. Ryan looking to throw, finds a man along the far sideline. It's Placido, and he's bumped into there by Higgins along the sideline. Good game there on a short toss.
nice little bounce back there by Ryan. Nice little pitch and catch.
Season high is 151. Ryan rolling left, looking to throw. Stops up, evades a tackler, still on his feet, and finally brought down by Bronico. Welcome back along the Mandelbaum Bear broadcast bleachers tonight on the open air. Ryan looking to get to the air, tries a long shot for Placido, has his man, but it's right through the hands.
Up at higher levels, but it's still a great position to have and a great asset to use.
2nd and 9, Byerly hands off again. This is a good chunk play right here for Mountain Lakes. Massimo Corvelli broke free. Would be Luke Johnson, I believe, number 1. His brother Jake Johnson, number 2. Both great contributors for them. As there's a head of steam for Corvelli again, staying on his feet. Gets all the way to the new Milford 40-yard line. 22.
All right,
so
Billy,
Billy
I'm sorry.
Barrett.
Yeah, sorry I didn't give you that.
Now to the left side. More churning and more positive progress for this Herd squad. Remember me next year, Mo.
True.
They're gonna give it to Bronico this time, and he's brought down quickly. Good stop there. Both teams were in the Group 1, so a lot of very small rosters and a lot of two-way starters. So that can get to be an exponential wear and tear as the pile pushes here, but they're not gonna get there. Byerly tried to sneak it through.
Stop.
It's beautiful. Jersey Ryan and the new Milford side take over. From the gun, they're gonna hand it off. Good yardage here for Nicodeme, pushing forward. He's got the first down. And vibe of a potential war of attrition here at New Milford. Looking to pass now, a little slant. Oh, out of the hands. First target there for Kyle 10 Lakes. Starting at the 31-yard line. It's gonna be handoff, Byerly, plenty of room. Look at that burst of speed and a spin move. First down yardage for Billy Barrett. Nothing. Jack Bronico with the only scoring so far in a rushing touchdown in the first quarter. It's another handoff and another big burst again for Corvelli. Second and 10. And another big gain here for Corvelli, has a convoy. Now that's Jack Bronico. Wow, inside the 10-yard side of the press box, which we are not occupying tonight. 3rd and goal, ball at the 2. Byerly hands off, and a big stop for New Milford. Go for it. Byerly under center. Byerly hands off, and stood up again! New Milford out a score. You can even punt it away as long as it's a good one. Handoff here, good space along the outside. Nicodeme past the 10, and that will move the sticks.
That's a big run by Nicodeme there too.
Sports, so don't go away. Handoff from Ryan to Nicodeme again, trying the left side. Breaks a tackle only momentarily. Huge stop for Mountain Lakes. We'll see who it was.
Got a lot of lacrosse and football players.
Especially in a small school like Mountain Lakes.
Right.
Hand off to Nicodeme. Has a hole here. Has plenty of space. Breaks a tackle. Keeps on going. And he's past the 35-yard line. Good play. Jack of all trades for this New Milford side.
Jake of all trades.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Handoff this time. It's going to be another long run, but this time it's Nicodeme, who was starting to get those legs churning in the. Again, New Milford, a bit of a tepid start to their passing game. They had a lot of drops. Ryan is looking to throw here. This one's batted in the air by Brad. Two receivers on the short side of the field, but it's going to be another run play, and it's more big yardage here. This is Billy Barrett turning the corner towards the outside. One man to beat and finally shoved out of bounds fairly soon. Don't forget, we will have our Open Road Mazda Morristown Player of the Game. That should be up on the social medias within a couple of days. As is a handoff, stopped in the backfield though. Nowhere to run. Jake John. If Mountain Lakes can come up big with a stop here, what do you do? Ryan, quick pass, has a man, and it's complete to Placido.
Moving so quickly, I might add as well.
It's been a pretty quick quarter. Ryan rolling left, trying to find somebody. Pocket collapses, now trying to run for it, and is going to be brought down. Jack Bronico there. Plenty of time, but it's getting late early. This one's going to be received around the 20-yard line on the return. Oh, that's a big hit.
Huge momentum shift in this game because it'll be even harder for New Milford to come down and try and score two with basically a quarter left.
They'll hand it off in the backfield, breaking tackles and still on his feet, tumbling forward past the 35, Jack Bronico. Little yak there, yards after contact. They will hand it off to Corvelli on the outside this time. Tries to slip some tacklers, but he's brought down in the backfield. Big stop. I don't think they've thrown a pass today, though.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, this might be 2 weeks in a row where one of the teams I've seen has not thrown a pass.
Byerly will hand it off again. Fake like he was rolling right. It's another
short yardage situations.
Gain of 12 for Barrett on the last play. Byerly will hand off up the middle. Bronico,
I think
he's got enough. Got those two receivers on the near side, but it's just going to be more running, and that's a pretty big burst there. That looked like Bronico. Wind picking up again. Byerly will hand off. Billy Barrett head of steam. Billy Barrett breaks through. He's going to get past the 10-yard line, continue on, finally shoved off once. It has that deleterious effect on the defense. Byerly will hand off, and this time Corvelli not going to get very far.
Let's see what New on the end zone, and let's get the hell out of here.
That's what they're trying to do, set up a matchup with Butler. Hands off, left side, Corvelli turns the corner, touchdown, Mountain Lakes! The Herd go up 2 scores inside of 3 minutes.
2 scores.
Ryan rolling left. Ryan over the middle of the field, has a man, Placido. That is a first down yardage. Now Placido's going to turn it. Now he tries to deke around his connections through the air.
And that turnover battle, like we talked about, no turnovers for Mountain Lakes, holding on to that ball.
Ryan looks to throw again. First read, finds Placido, cuts to midfield, gets past one man, now continues on. Luis Placido finally brought down. Shy earlier, or
could be.
Still says 3-3 as far as timeouts on the scoreboard. Now in the backfield, turning the corner, nice little play there, but brought down. Mountain Lakes defense holds, put themselves in position to potentially keep the game alive. Ryan rolling left. Has a man right there. And in for the touchdown. Giovanni Nicodeme going this one. They will try the onside. Bounces here. Now a scramble for it. New Milford's got it! Will likely have to burn their final timeout after the result of this play. Handing it off. Along the outside, still on his feet. Billy Barrett has the first down.
Oh my goodness.